York City. I'm Nadia. In case you don't know me, I'm a journalist who loves running. I've been talking to some friends who I admire about what running means to them and how it influences their creativity and their careers. About to go and meet Daniel Medina. Met him on a run a year ago, I think, and he has kept me on a speedy path. So let's go. Daniel! Ready to go for a run?
Let's do it.
Gonna head out the bridge. So this is Queensboro Bridge, which you have a love-hate relationship with, right?
Very love-hate, yeah.
I think the majority of runners in New York City would agree with you. When did you start running? Can you remember the first time you ever ran?
Oh yeah.
You can?
It was the 7th grade. I had just moved to Illinois, and this girl, Carolina Caperta, became my frenemy.
Oh.
I loved her, but I hated her, much like the bridge. It was just very competitive. And she had been running for a majority of her life. And I asked her if I could go on a run with her. And I bought a Puma tracksuit and Puma cross trainers that were like 5 pounds each. And I went for a run and whew, never turned back, but she yelled at me, told me we weren't stopping. It was a lot.
And then did you do it at school? Did you pick it up again?
Yeah, from then on, it just became a source of strength for me. I had a body type that wasn't necessarily strong anywhere else.
Yeah.
People wouldn't look at me and be intimidated. But put a pair of short shorts on me and a singlet and I look like I can do some damage. And that's nice. It's a good feeling.
Can't see it right now, but these legs are amazing.
It's a conservative look today.
A little bit of construction going on in the background, but we're not tackling the bridge itself because it's hard to do that and talk at the same time. And I wanted to know a bit more about, you're a designer, you're an illustrator, an artist. I love seeing your work on Instagram. And I wanted to know how running influences that. I mean, do you think of ideas while you're on the run? Do you imagine things, or what is it like for you?
So running ends up being sort of the balancing out point where I don't think about anything except the run. A lot of times stuff will get very messy and convoluted, and I use running to just sort of cleanse it all, and I'll feel a lot fresher and with a clear state of mind after any run, even if it's a bad run. You're still better after a bad run than not. So that's what running sort of does to influence that process. Running is super simple. If you put in the work, you see the results, but you have to put in the work.
If you're not really thinking about work while you're running, how else does it help you then? Have you seen it have an impact on your life in some way?
Running?
Aside from physical, yeah.
Absolutely. It's I think it's safe to say it saved my life. Got to a pretty low point early on in high school where a lot of stuff didn't make sense, but running always made sense. Like I said, you put in the work, you see the results, and running's never gonna like pat you on the back and say, hey, it's gonna be okay.
That's for sure.
So
Don't work like that, right?
when everything else was sort of not where it needed to be, I could still go out, put in some miles, sweat it out, and just leave things on the track. That was what my coach would always say, just leave it on the track and then go about the rest of the day. So yeah, and to this day running's still like an emotional thing for me. It just makes sense. It's super simple and it makes sense. And it's there to just sort of receive whatever nonsense you want to give it.
a good way to put it, really. You studied at Parsons, right?
I did. I went to the new school, majored in illustration, graduated last May.
Yeah. How did you fit studying around running? Was that a tricky balance? Or?
So when I decided to go to art school, I sort of figured that was the end of my running career. And I thought that high school was as competitive as I would ever get. But then I found a run club, which was underwhelming at first. I showed up and was the only one in split shorts and thought, why?
Love it!
But then, with a lot of help from the athletic directors and coaching, we managed to get a team together. Now with the new school narwhals, we have real uniforms. We go like this.
So it's at the new school? Wow, you started. Wow, that's great.
With a lot of help from a lot of people, but it's nice. You love running, so you bring other people to it.
And I'm sure you found that though through your running, like friends and family have become interested as well.
Not maybe like my mom is not going to go out and run, but she appreciates it now. And my dad, all my family in Colombia is very sporty. They all play soccer, and I never did. And I sort of felt bad that my dad couldn't go to like a game. But once I started cross country and then started doing well in it, he became the biggest cross country mom. Had stickers on the car, would bring cowbells to all the meets. He was that guy.
Has it become more personal now that you're not in high school, you're not in school anymore?
Oh man, I miss cross country so much. Personally, yes. I have to go on runs by myself. I'm racing for 26 miles by myself, but there's not a day that goes by or a run that goes by that I don't think about the people who got me here, who I'm still close with. I'm still close with my old cross-country friends. I'll never forget those who kicked you in the butt.
Pushed you that little bit further.
Oh my god, a lot of it further.
Music, no music when you run.
No music.
No music.
No music.
You do like music, you just don't like listening to it while you run.
Music. But running is one of the few times where you can just like leave everything at home. Oh, you sent me a text? Sorry, I was out on a run.
Oops.
And if I'm doing like a tough workout, I don't want Katy Perry's Firework to get me through it. I want me to get me through it. Nothing against Katy Perry's Firework. Sometimes I do feel like a plastic bag blowing through the wind, but I want me to do it, not anyone else.
I hear you on that sentiment because you want to know that you brought yourself through it.
Yeah.
And you can do it again.
Yeah.
If need be.
With nothing.
With nothing.
Just your person.
Important to you. What I mean, but that's not all running is about. I've gathered that from you. That's why I like going. We don't run often enough anymore. We used to run a lot together, and then life gets in the way.
Life does.
But it has something more than just time for you.
A time can sort of let you know that you're a good runner or a bad runner. First marathon I ran, I fractured my heel. I had a crazy emotional experience, but then my time was sort of okay, and people kept telling me, oh, but that's a good time. But it wasn't. I can't be satisfied with this time that tells me that I'm adequate at something. It's nice to have a benchmark and nice to have something solid and tangible to train to, but if you finish a run and you didn't get that time, you still have to be happy with what you did because you did it. Who else is doing that? Not a lot of people.
Do you ever apply that to, or how when you're working on a piece, an art piece or something, and you're not quite getting it? I know you do a lot of portraits of people.
Yeah.
Do you ever start up something and then not able to finish it, and I don't know, maybe running kicks in, or the philosophy that you've learned behind running kicks in?
Yeah. With running, sometimes it's okay to stop and and take a little breather and start over. And with the drawing, it's okay to stop and be like, this isn't going where it needs to be, so let me just stop and do it over. Or if you finish something and it wasn't your best, acknowledge that it wasn't your best, but do it better the next time. It plays into everything. Running is life. All of the little things sort of just come back and become life metaphors.
Gosh, it's like one of those things that it has such an impact on,
it gets you.
You know,
it's for real.
Yeah, even just talking about it, it's like, oh yeah. And you watch somebody else go through the motions, and you know, I know you pace at Nike, and I'm sure you see a lot of people go from strength to strength and start out not so good, and then just make such great strides.
It's been incredible. We did the event for the fastest mile, and the mile was home for me in high school. I loved the mile, and it was so strange initially training people for their mile, not for mine, for their, and that was sort of not difficult to come to terms with, but I definitely had to come to terms with it. But then I saw such satisfaction seeing these people who I'd been running with run their fastest mile, and I was like, okay, I'll do mine whenever, but that was incredible.